I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch. Creation is an act of sheer will. Life will find a way.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Zach.
I'm Laura.
But if you want to change it up a bit, I'm Laura.
I'm Zach.
And this is...
Warbling Articulate.
And we are going to review World Jurassic.
Dominion.
Yes, Jurassic World Dominion. One of, I think, Laura's most anticipated movies of the year.
Oh, yeah. It was meant to be like a birthday treat.
Yeah. Yeah, how did that pan out for you?
About as well as Fast 9 did last year.
It's like a non-gluten-free cake, really.
It's like accidentally glutening myself when I make a sandwich for the two of us.
Yeah. So, Jurassic World Dominion is the third film in the Jurassic World trilogy, but it is the sixth movie overall in the Jurassic Park series.
And the final Jurassic movie.
This movie has made dinosaurs extinct. It truly has.
It really has.
This franchise is extinct now. And I'm both happy about it, but very annoyed about it. So, would you like to give us a plot summary, please?
4 years after the destruction of Isla Nublar, dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside humans all over the world. This fragile balance will reshape the future and determine once and for all whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on a planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures.
Oh, well, that's a plot line that isn't actually... like, I know they wanted to keep a secret behind the narrative of this film, as if it's something unique and completely left field. But if it actually was that synopsis as a summary, as a movie, it would have actually been good. What we were promised by the short films and the influx of teaser trailers, where's that prologue sequence? Where's that prologue sequence that they released alongside Fast 9 last year, where we saw those creatures, you know, cohabitating on our Earth? Yeah. That 5-minute sequence. It seems the marketing is trying to mislead you. It
misled me into excitement, and then I was led into unhappiness.
So,
after the worst cinema experience of my entire life, I think.
Yeah, it's probably, this review is going to be more about the cinema experience then. And I don't even think that dampened the overall theme, because this movie
I noticed more because I was actually so bored with the movie that I didn't... Because the thing is with Jurassic films is you really can just get into it and just lose yourself. And I think if kids were being the way they were and adults were talking and I'd lost myself... No, but if I'd lost myself in the film and they were talking, I probably wouldn't have cared so much.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, whatever, I'm so lost in the movie, it doesn't really...
That's happened a couple of times with us where you're like, these people wouldn't shut up talking, and I didn't know I was in the movie. I think it was for A Quiet Place Part 2. It's failings, because that's all we can talk about. Put your legs up if you want. She's putting her legs up on me. We're on the sofa together.
Lick my fanny. Sorry, that's the dinosaur baby I've given birth to, because that would be more interesting than this film. Boom. Mic drop.
This movie's alternate titles could be Jurassic World, She Really Isn't a Clone, or Jurassic Locusts.
Jurassic World. Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It slams you with that kind of disrespect for legacy characters. Colin Trevorrow was meant to do before this The Rise of Skywalker, when it was known as Duel of the Fates. And his script and his pitch and his concept art, I was like, I'm 110% behind this. Now I'm thinking, blacklist this fucker like J.J. Abrams from Hollywood movies. How this script got the okay from Universal, the people who put fuck tons of money into making this shit. Spielberg didn't even get a peep at this script. He basically just like bailed out after the third film, like, yeah, just put my name on the credits, I'll reap the rewards at the box office, but overall, I am not inclined to get involved in this.
You ain't going to reap shit all from this one.
It's the failings. Why did it fail for you? As a really big Jurassic World and Park fan.
Look, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, it's all about not moving because the T-Rex can't see you unless you move. Right? If you're not being chased by a T-Rex, it's not a Jurassic film. Okay? It's very fucking simple.
You really wish that they stuck more to the formula.
If the T-Rex hasn't got his eyeball looking through a very small hole, except for the end sequence, which lasted about 3 seconds and wasn't really that much of a threat, it's not a Jurassic film. Okay? I had no fear.
No tension at all.
No, there was no like, is somebody actually going to live through this? Are they going to die?
And it doesn't help that they try and set up those beats one after the other.
I think they killed a grand total of one person.
Mm.
I wanted to feel the pure happiness of when they did kill him off. And I wanted to be able to cheer. Did I cheer? No, I didn't cheer. Did I feel like I wanted to cheer? No. Do you know why? Because we all knew that person was going to die in that situation. As soon as the scene had been set up, it's like, you're going to die, bye-bye. 10 minutes later, and that was a very long 10 minutes, that person died. It's so fucking predictable. And yes, Jurassic films are predictable, but predictable in a way which still has this tension, this edge of your seat watching. I don't know how they make films, bar this one, I don't know how they make films that are both tense and predictable at the same time. Dinosaurs are predictable, you know? They're going to eat you. That's kind of the crux of the whole thing. They're
devastation. There's good ones, there's bad ones. There's in-between ones like Blue.
But I just didn't, at no point did I feel any form of tension, any form of like, fuck, you're not going to get out of this, or how are you going to get out of this, or
Because it was too caught up in the machinations of the plot, the uninteresting plot that backtracks from what it established in Fallen Kingdom. I didn't hear any negativity about the whole cloning aspect. I actually found it interesting because it feeds back into the loop of the whole process of cloning and evolving the dinosaurs.
Yeah, of course it does. That's the whole premise of Jurassic World Park. Everything else is cloning.
Yeah.
Using the DNA from this and this and this, which is why this thing can reproduce on its own.
And then we have a virgin Charlotte all of a sudden who wants a baby version of her, but a better, healthier version. It's so convoluted. You go such a long way around telling a very unambiguous plot.
Do you know what was more interesting?
I hated the black market stuff as well. I thought it was fucking ridiculous.
Do you know what was more interesting? It was a story I read online the other day about these people that were so incestuous that they turned blue. That was more fucking interesting, that story.
They had blue babies, avatar babies, or they just turned blue from fucking each other?
This guy, he had this thing where his blood is brown, so it makes him look blue. His children became blue, but then because his children were shagging each other all of their children were becoming like bluer and bluer and bluer. So we ended up.
Are you
with,
sure
like,
you're not
Avatar
reading
children.
Avatar fan fiction?
Definitely not. But that story was more fucking interesting than a 2.5 hour Jurassic World. She says in quotation marks.
It does everything that was wrong with The Rise of Skywalker. Now, I think Colin Trevorrow approached it like that. He's like, oh, I didn't get to make my Star Wars. And he has a couple of sequences where you can tell that he wanted lightsabers, where Laura Dern is picking off the locust with the zapper. It's like, oh, if I can't do it in Star Wars, let me just translate it into, Jurassic World? Yeah. What it does with the legacy characters is piss poor. There's no evolution. Laura Dern, as much as she's got a nice physique and a nice bum and she's a talent, not even that could hold my attention.
I don't.
The romance was
I can't
really
believe-
cringe. It was all played for laughs. It wasn't what's the word, somber. The tonality wasn't serious.
I mean, I shouldn't say this, but I don't know what Laura Dern and Sam Neill were doing in this, or Jeff Goldblum for that matter.
I think Jeff Goldblum...
Why were they there?
Payday. Nice payday.
But it didn't lend anything to the plot.
No, it didn't. It did not. It was just bringing back legacy characters because it would get bums in seats.
They would have actually been better off doing...
A Jurassic Park 4 with them.
I mean, spoiler alert, sort of. They would have been better off killing off the characters. Because if they'd killed off...
Gives more reason for the new established characters to be...
Exactly.
Or kill off the new established characters who are shit. Also, there's
Kill off someone, for God's sake.
Kill off Chris Pratt. That guy is a fucking religious knobend. So, Bryce Dallas Howard, bless your heart. Her heart is more into directing Star Wars television series, because what the fuck she's doing in this, maybe it's to do with the COVID, because this was one of the earliest films that was affected by COVID implementations and COVID warnings. It's funny, these people are used to acting against nothing when it comes to dinosaurs.
Yeah.
When it comes to acting against an actual real person, but social distancing, it's worse.
Yep.
It is so much worse.
Do you know what would be better? If the other person wasn't there.
Yeah.
They should act as if that person is a dinosaur. They would be better off. I feel like Bryce Dallas Howard really tried. Failed, but really tried.
Well, she hasn't got good lines. The line readings were leaden. It just didn't even feel like Jurassic World either.
No.
It was completely left field.
I was looking at these rare glimpses of dinosaurs and I'm like, the
animatronics that they used, I was so looking forward to it because we know how amazing they can be. Mm-hmm. Awful. The CGI in places was shonky. Shonky. The action set pieces, when they happen, are exciting, but surrounding that is at least 89% of crapness, weak writing, terrible narrative. Like, we will never ever say that this is full of densities and ambiguities, but in comparison to when one of these films shits the bed, it actually highlights the ambiguities and the depths and the themes of the other movies. Mm. Not much time has been spent on this. Colin Trevorrow watched The Rise of Skywalker and went, yeah, let's fuck off. Let's try and fuck off all of the fan base because it's left field and it's unexpected. The whole concept of coexisting with dinosaurs is displayed in like a television infomercial info dump that lasted about 5 minutes. Could you not editorially have just shown those sequences out of that context? Let it breathe? The film's fucking long enough as it is, you know. It's not like you ain't got time for it. The whole black market thing, you have to suspend disbelief in these films, but this just pushed it. To so many different levels. I'm not interested in Chris Pratt. I'm not interested in Bryce Dallas Howard. There's as much chemistry between the two of them that there's chemistry between Donald Trump and Barack Obama. It's not there. And that young girl who's the clone...
That isn't a clone.
I really liked her in Fallen Kingdom. Mm. But she's matured into... And this is probably it. She's looking at her peers around her and she's like, I'm around some great big Hollywood actor names. Oh, I'm going to take a leaf out of their book. Don't do it, kid. but you did it because you're as leaden, as bland, and as almost belligerent. They're there that, like, we don't know why we're here. Nice payday. Sam Neill's just happy that he gets to spend time with Jeff Goldblum in the hotel playing pianos with each other. The jokes are not funny. The callbacks are not funny. It's not conducive to the plot. You can put Easter eggs in and you can have callbacks, but it needs to be natural. Everything about this was just sodden in disingenuity. And you can tell the scriptwriters are so lazy that they can't see it, and that they think that this decision, this direction they're going, was the best option. Fuck you, Colin Trevorrow. Stop making Hollywood films. Stop making movies. Just stop. The same with JJ. Stop. If you can't do anything new with a sequel, or if you can't do something that's respectful, it's funny. This is what they have in common. The Force Awakens, amazing. Jurassic World, relatively good. You're good at starting something, but when it comes to the conclusion, you're like, that Rey Skywalker, she's not a clone, she is a clone. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
How many stars?
0. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. It takes everything that's good about Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and just swallows it. It's not even done with tongue in cheek. It's just
that is one big pile of shit.
Bad. What's the word? An injustice. Jurassic World, injustice.
Do you want to know something? You remember when you ripped your Star Wars t-shirt when we came out of
The Rise of Skywalker?
I feel like that with my Jurassic World t-shirt.
Don't do it because you like Jurassic World. Those films still exist and are good.
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I did actually do that, guys, and Laura was not impressed at all.
No, I really wasn't. Especially seeing as you love all the others. There's only one.
Yeah, but it had The Rise of Skywalker on it. If it was just a Star Wars t-shirt, it was promoting The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's true.
And I prefer The Rise of Skywalker over this because it had moments.
Yeah, it did.
Palpatine. The angle of Kylo Ren doing something interesting with him. But this... Okay, let's look at it in a big, broader terms. You have a canvas of history, of characters that are all set up. They had their own characteristics. None of them shine through. We know these characters. So when we're introduced to them, we don't need the baggage. But it just felt off, stale. The romance between Laura Dern and Sam Neill was...
I felt like it was brothers and sisters kissing.
Yeah. This is cringe. It's like when it's like when that Ron Weasley actor Rupert Grint kissed Emma Watson for that sequence after they were like. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum was the only plus, but that's not enough. The score wasn't good. The look, the feel, the vibe. Just because it's globetrotting doesn't make it... Okay, one aspect I liked about it. That woman.
Oh,
the beautiful eyes and beautiful
I
face.
thought she looked like the interdimensional Captain Marvel.
No, she's much more beautiful
from
than
Doctor
that.
Strange.
No, she's much more beautiful.
But that's who I thought she looked the most like.
I liked her character because she was a new character and it was an interesting angle. She was a military woman who basically had her hand forced in this environment to turn to black market trading, and then her good side came out.
The most piercing eyes.
Oh, beautiful eyes.
She's really lovely.
If you put her face up there for about an hour, I would be
Yeah.
I'd be happy to watch it.
Yeah.
Sparks flew between her and Chris Pratt, but it turns out her character's gay. She made that off comment like, well, you've got good taste, you like redheads like me, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Which got the only laugh from you and me.
I don't remember it.
That's how memorable. So how many stars would you give it?
A fat whopping 0.
0 stars. So it's a turkey, or it's just a long audio fart clip?
fart clip.
Anyway, remember to like,
Share.
subscribe to Articulate Warbling, and remember, those locusts, they are coming. They're coming. They're coming. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's dead. Wow!
That is one big pile of shit.
You're right.
Shit, 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 shit.